Kevin Nash, the WWE Hall of Famer and former NWO member, recently voiced strong dissatisfaction regarding WWE royalty payments following the company's merger with Endeavor to form TKO Group Holdings. In a candid discussion on his podcast, Click This, Nash revealed that the royalty checks he and other legacy stars, like Shawn, X-Pac, Waltman, have received since the merger have significantly decreased. He described the situation bluntly as rotten, highlighting his frustration with the lack of transparency in how these royalties are calculated and distributed. Historically, WWE paid royalties to former wrestlers and talent based on merchandise sales, such as t-shirts and collectibles bearing their likeness or associated with their wrestling personas. Nash explained that in the past, these payments were itemized, showing precisely how many of a particular wrestler's merchandise had been sold and what their corresponding share would be. This level of detail allowed former talent to understand exactly how their royalties were calculated. However, following WWE's restructuring under TKO, Nash reported that the royalty statements have become vague and generalized. Instead of detailed breakdowns, the checks now refer to broad categories like NWO intellectual property, leaving wrestlers unsure about how much merchandise actually generated revenue for them. This shift, according to Nash, has made it difficult for legacy talent to track and verify their rightful earnings, raising concerns about whether they are being compensated fairly. The root of this change, Nash explained, stems from WWE's merger with Endeavor and the subsequent management shifts that came with the creation of TKO Group Holdings. Part of this restructuring included Fanatics taking over WWE's merchandise operations, which appears to have contributed to the opacity in royalty reporting. Nash expressed concern that this could be part of a broader strategy to reduce payouts to former talent, given that his and X-Pac's royalty checks were reportedly about half the size of what they used to receive prior to the merger. For performers who rely on these payments as a supplementary income stream, such reductions can have significant financial implications. Nash also emphasized that the current system seems to undervalue legacy contributions despite WWE's public reports of record profits under TKO's ownership. The disconnect between WWE's corporate success and the reduced royalties for past stars has sparked widespread frustration and discussion within the wrestling community. Nash's remarks reflect a sentiment shared by many former wrestlers who feel their contributions to the company's long-term growth are not being appropriately recognized or compensated. The former NWO member did not shy away from criticizing WWE's transparency in this matter. He noted that, historically, wrestlers had a clear understanding of their merchandise-related royalties, which allowed them to plan financially and feel confident that their intellectual property was being respected. With the vague categorization under TKO, however, Nash described the royalty process as confusing and unsatisfactory. This opacity not only complicates financial tracking but also raises concerns about whether former talent are receiving the full compensation owed to them. Nash's revelations have generated discussions among wrestling fans and industry insiders about how WWE manages legacy talent post-merger. While WWE has publicly celebrated its profitability and growth under TKO, the reduction in royalty payments has prompted scrutiny over whether the company is honoring the contributions of its past performers. Many see this as indicative of a larger pattern where corporate restructuring and profit maximization may come at the expense of those who helped build the company's brand over decades. Although Nash has voiced his frustration publicly, he has also suggested that he may explore legal avenues if the situation does not improve. This underscores a growing tension between WWE's corporate management and former talent, highlighting the complexities that arise when a storied entertainment company undergoes significant structural changes. Nash's experience may serve as a cautionary tale for other former performers, raising awareness about how mergers and corporate restructuring can impact royalty agreements and intellectual property rights. In conclusion, Kevin Nash's comments about WWE royalty checks post-TKO Takeover shine a light on the challenges legacy talent face in a corporate environment focused on growth and profit. The reduced payments, coupled with vague reporting and lack of transparency, have left former stars like Nash feeling undervalued and frustrated. While WWE continues to thrive financially under TKO Group Holdings, the dissatisfaction expressed by Nash and others suggests that the treatment of past talent remains a contentious issue. As discussions around these royalty reductions continue, The wrestling community is closely watching whether WWE will take steps to address the concerns of its former performers or if the current system will persist, leaving legacy talent questioning the fairness of their compensation.